Yo, what the fuck is up, everyone? It's Hex, and welcome to another video. Um, this is my ABC Season 1 Slowbro Division draft analysis. Um, ABC is my new league that I am hosting because VDL is dead and I don't own it anymore. So I wanted to, I got bored pretty much, so I just made a new league. And this is Season 1. Keep saying the same shit over and over again. It's been so long since I did YouTube shit. But ABC is just standard nat decks. There's two divisions, Slowbro and Slowpoke. I'm in Slowbro division, which is obviously higher skill div. I'm the GOAT. But yeah. So ABC is just standard nat decks, 11 Mon, 115 points. And I had the fourth overall pick, so I was guaranteed to get, something decent, right? But uh, you're gonna see very shortly that this is a very standardized team. So I didn't really do anything interesting except for like a few of my picks. Um, but I'm very excited about this because I haven't hosted a league in a while, and I haven't really done a league in a while, like a normal league. I've only been really doing Little Cup League recently because I like Little Cup. This is like my first, actual league that I'm participating in for like the since like I want to say February maybe. Um, but I mean I guess PGO, but I don't count that because I took like 3, 4 losses and lost, and then got replaced. But but yeah, so I'm excited about this. This is very very cool for me. But yeah, so like I said, I had the fourth pick overall. I believe the first three picks were Mega Gallade, Dragapult, and then Urshifu single. Um, and there were a few things on the board that I was looking at. There was Mew. There was obviously Torn-T. There was Lando I with Sheer Force. Those are the big three that I was looking at. And I almost picked Mew, but then I remembered I just can't can't stop using this Pokemon. I just can't. I'm addicted to it. So I picked up Tornti. If you know me, or if you've watched like any of my previous VZL video seasons, you'd know that I am a Tornti enthusiast. This Pokemon is busted, and I just can't stop using it. I'm genuinely addicted to it. Um, this thing is really good. I don't think I have to explain what Tornti does. Um, but it does like everything. It has a very diverse move pool. It has a lot of utility, in like defog, fast taunts, like knockoff as well. Even has nasty plot now, access to nasty plot. Um, and this doesn't like its special coverage is just insane. Like heat wave, grass knot, sludge bomb, sludge wave, weather ball, even. And just later, I might actually make some use of the weather ball, but this Pokemon is just insane. Like it does everything. It's a very bulky pivot, very offensive, as well as you saw. Um, that distribution is very good, very very fast, outspeeding you know, most of the meta. I guess I want to say. I don't really think that's the right word. I guess most of just everything. Um, but Torn does a lot. I don't really feel like I need to explain, go into detail about everything that Torn does. It's just Torn. It does Torn things. It clicks buttons. It switches in, switches out, switches in, switches out. And so to pair with it, I was planning on getting Galarian Slowking because Galarian Slowking Torn T is, in my opinion, one of the best, if not the best, core in the format. But Adrian took that round one, so I guess he was trying to snipe me. Thought he was funny, but it doesn't really matter because I ended up with another Pokemon that is also insanely good that I've also used with Torn on multiple occasions. It's starting to look a little bit familiar. I got Slowbro, which is the mascot, so obviously this is a W pickup. Pokemon synergize very well outside of the fact that they're both weak to electric. Um, but the thing about Slowbro is that it fits on like any team. It's very bulky. I don't really think I have to explain what this thing does. honestly. I don't really think I have to explain what most of my Pokemon do until like I guess the later rounds. But it's just another good regen pivot. Very, very bulky on the physical side, but also pretty bulky on the special side. You can run things like Assault Vest. And 100 special attack is nothing to like, ignore. It has very good coverage in like Fire Blast, Ice moves, Grass Knot, Focus Blast, yeah, Shadow Ball. I can't use Signal Beam because it's no cut moves, but it's very good at throwing off Future Sights, Scalds, clicking Teleport. Good reliable recovery and slack off. And setup Slowbro is also really good. You have access to like Iron Defense and Calm Mind. Um, but this thing mainly is just used as a very good, defensive pivot with Teleport. Teleport is just a broken move. Um, it has also like Thunder Wave, Trick Room, Yawn. Um, I think that's not yeah, that's not support. Magic Coat, maybe I'll get some use out of that. And then it has screens as well, but I don't really think I'm gonna be running screen Slowbro. That seems kind of troll. But my next pick, I was planning to get this thing, um, and I'm happy that I got it because I love using this Pokemon. Another Pokemon that is very, very familiar with my channel and games that I use a lot. I use this Pokemon very often, uh, and it's no surprise that I picked it up again. It's Infernape. I used this thing in my last video season, one that I actually played, and Infernape is really, really good. If you want to see me talk about what this thing does in more detail, go watch my PGO draft analysis. But this thing pretty much it's just a breaker, it's a cleaner, it's a sweeper. It does so many things. It has access to bulk up, calm mind, nasty plot, swords dance, all kinds of things. Rocks. It's a decent rocker. It has like encore. It does so much, and this thing's coverage as well. It's really good on the physical side and the special side. It has like dunk shot, um, stone edge, thunder punch, rock slide, U turn, and then obviously really good stab on both sides. And then Iron Fist as an ability is also very slept on, I think, um, because you don't always have to run Flare Blitz. You can run Fire Punch. It boosts your Thunder Punch. It boosts your Mach Punch. It doesn't boost close combat, unfortunately, but that's not like a big deal. And then again, we'll take a quick look at this thing's special coverage because it's also pretty good. It has, um, obviously really good stabs in Fire Blast, Focus Blast, but it also has Grass Knot for the waters and rocks. I mean, you have Focus Blast for rock types. I don't really know what I'm getting at there. It also has Vacuum Wave for priority, and that's pretty nice. It has fighting priority on both sides in Mach Punch and Vacuum Wave. But yeah, Infernape's just really fast, really offensive. I'll probably use it most times as a breaker or a cleaner, but I may bring setup a few times. 104 in both offensive stats is really good. You can boost that with items. You can boost that with setup. Um, Infernape's good. Pretty sure most of us knew that. So my next pick, I was planning on getting Mamoswine for like the longest time. I was praying to God that Mamoswine came back to me, and it just didn't. Crossbow took it, I think, 2 picks before me, and I was fucking devastated because I didn't know what else to pick. There was like no good ground types except for like one, which I ended up getting, and it cost me a lot. But um, I ended up picking here. I ended up taking Tyranitar because Tyranitar is just goaded. It's a good, very good dark type. And then the 4 times fighting weakness is not that like doesn't mean that much when you have a Torn and a Slowbro. Um, and this thing is pretty much just here to set up rocks, get stand up, maybe break through a little bit if I want to go like choice band, I want to go dragon dance, I want to do something like that. It's got coverage out the fucking ass. It's got like really good coverage on physical and the special side. It's got like elemental punches, um, superpower, earthquake, obviously, dragon moves, aqua tail, and then on the special side as well, it's also not that bad. It's got 95 special attack. A lot of people don't really see Tyranitar as like a special attacking mon because its physical attack is so high, but Tyranitar can run like ice beams, fire blasts to like nuke things like Gliscor and Ferrothorn. Um, it's got Thunderbolt, Hydro Pump. Like this thing, everyone knows what Tyranitar does. So yeah, but the main reason I got Tyranitar was because my next pick, I got. You're kind of just seeing here how much this team is just mons that I use all the fucking time. Um, but later on, I ended up getting more mons that I don't use as often. So after these picks, I had like 36 points left for like I think 6 mons. I had to budget a little bit, and I knew the mega that I wanted, and I knew that I could wait on it for a really long time. And that's what I did pretty much. I think I got it around 10, but we'll get to that later. Again, I don't really think I have to explain what Excadrill does either. It's just a Sandrush sweeper, but I can also run like Mold Breaker for Levitate mons like the Rotoms. It's a really good spinner, really good cleaner, really good breaker, really good rocker. He does a lot of things. Just an Excadrill, bro. Everyone knows what Excadrill does. It comes in, it does damage, and it either wins the game, cleans the game for me, or it'll break through teams. It'll get rocks up, spin rocks away, spin spikes away. It's a fucking Excadrill, bro. Um, but now into the more interesting picks, I'd say. Um, this round I got this Pokemon, and I felt like it was a little bit early, but at the same time, like I needed to budget. Like I think my next like 4 mons were like 7, 5, 4, 6 points. They were all really cheap budget mons that I wanted to pick up before it was too late. And I knew I could wait on my mega, which was a little bit more on the expensive side. Um, but I got Rotom Frost. Rotom Frost is really good. It gave me my electric type and it also gave me my ice type. And it gave me another ground immunity. As you can see, these three Pokemon pretty weak to ground. Torn, obviously immune. Slowbro, really good at checking those ground types. And Rotom Frost, just a really good mon. Like it's bulky, it's very offensive, it's pretty fast. It's got access to Bolt Beam, Stab, which is really good. It's got Defog. It's just a Rotom, bro. Like, again, another Pokemon that I don't really feel like I have to explain what it does. Um, it's just check to a lot of the good ground types, and I'm gonna be bringing this Pokemon to a lot more matchups than most people would think. I really like Rotom Frost. I think it's a great Pokemon. It can run Scarf. It can obviously run Boots. It can be like a sweeper with Nasty Plot, Bolt Beam, Stab, Nasty Plot. Like that's unresisted, man. There's not a lot of things that can check Bolt Beam, Stab, +2, except for like Rotom Heat. But only one of those. Um, and I could even run like some fuck shit like Trick or like Screams fucking Rotom Frost. Like it's a really good Pokemon. It does a lot of things. Um, fuck off. But yeah, Rotom Frost is good. He does a lot of things. The Rotom form. People know what Rotom does. But now into the more interesting picks of my team. I wouldn't really say interesting. There's a lot of like standard low tier Pokemon that people just tend to pick up. But I saw this Pokemon at 5 points and I knew it was going to be picked up soon if I didn't take it. I needed a grass type. I needed a really bulky ground resist because my immunities wouldn't, you know, be able to help me with like edge quake and all that. So I ended up picking up Tangela, um, another Pokemon with Regenerator. So it synergizes well with these two. And Tangela is really good. It's very bulky with the Violet. Not so much on the special side, but very, very bulky on the physical side. Um, and again, 100 special attack. That is like pretty good. It throws off big Giga Drain. It has knockoff. It has Leech Seed, Sleep Powder. Um, it's pretty much just worse Tank. It doesn't have like Focus Blast or anything like that to hit the Steel types, but I can put them to sleep. I can knock them off. Throw a Leech Seed on them, something like that. Pokemon pretty much just comes in, take the ground hits, take the water type hits, and then just switch out into something that gives me a more advantageous position. Um, I love Tangela. I think it's great. I'm glad that I was able to get it on the team because I think it's awesome. And then I picked up my normal type. I needed a Wish Passer. When I saw this Pokemon at 4 points, I was gonna take Audino, but I wouldn't be able to afford the Mega I wanted if I took Audino. So I ended up with Kangaskhan. Um, Arguably, Kangaskhan might be a little bit better than Audino, but that's like probably a very unpopular opinion. I think Kangaskhan is great. It can fill the offensive normal type role as well as the defensive normal type role. It's very bulky, but also like 95 attack, 90 speed. I've ran like Choice Scarf, Scrappy Kangaskhan. It's got like Earthquake, Fire Punch, a lot of coverage for steel types, a lot of coverage for other types as well. Like it's very good at doing what it does. And it's got sucker punch as well. I didn't even fucking know that, um, but yeah, Kangaskhan's great. Scrappy is a really nice ability. And it just being able to throw off fat wishes into like my T-Tar, my Excadrill even, and my other Pokemon, obviously. But I just felt like I needed to take this. I felt like it was very nice for my team. Um, I'm glad that I was able to pick it up. I don't really know what other normal type I would have ended up with. Maybe like a Kecleon or something. I don't really like Kecleon that much. But yeah. So right here I'm sitting. I'm kind of weak to fighting outside of like Torn and Slowbro, and a lot of fighting types have access to Rock and Dark type coverage. So I figured I might as well, pick up a bulky poison type. And what better physically bulky poison type than Weezing? Um, it was very cheap. It was only like 6 or 7 points if I recall. Um, and it has access to two great abilities. Levitate is fantastic. Um, Making this Pokemon only weak to Psychic, I believe, which is pretty easily coverable with Excadrill, T-Tar, and Slowbro. Um, I feel like Weezing was just really good on this team. It does not have access to Defog, unfortunately. That is only the Galarian form, but it has a lot of cool things that it can do. Like it has Memento, Pain Split. It's a Weezing. It's got Taunt, T Spikes, and I think it has the funny move. Yeah, Corrosive Gas. I love this move actually. It's pretty much just like knockoff, except for you don't do any damage. You just get rid of the item. Um, but not a lot of people expect it. Like I think Weezing is very slept on, and I'm glad that I was able to pick it up. I'm pretty sure I sniped a few people with this, so sorry about that. But I like Weezing. It's also very slept on as an offensive threat. It has a 85 special attack, 60 speed. I've ran Choice Scarf Weezing. I have ran it. I've ran Specs Weezing as well. It has insane coverage. It has like Bolt Beam and Flamethrower, Fire Blast as well. As you can see, it's got obviously the Poison Stab. Pokemon's really good, and I'm probably gonna bring it to a lot of matches as well. Uh, and I feel like I'm really skipping over a lot of the Pokemon. I don't really know what to say. Like a lot of them are kind of straightforward in what they do. Um, but the team's pretty good. And I think now is when I picked up my Mega, right? Yeah. So I needed a Fairy type, and I needed a Dragon type. I knew before I even picked T-Tar that I wanted this as my Mega. I wanted to take Mamoswine and then this Pokemon, but I figured after seeing everyone's team after I took T-Tar Drill, actually, no, before I took Teacher Drill, I knew that like most people either already had a Mega or already had a Fairy type, and I knew that I could wait on this Pokemon for a while. And as the rounds went on, people started picking up their Fairy types if they didn't already have one. I knew that I would be able to get this. So I took Mega Altaria, and I'm actually really excited to use this Pokemon. I don't think I've used Mega Altaria in like a year, so pretty hype on that. Michael Terry is great. It's got access to Dragon Dance. Pixelate is a very, very good ability. If you don't know what it does, it turns your normal type moves into fairy type moves. And on top of gaining a stab boost, it also boosts the base power of the move as well. I think by like 1.2 or 1.3. That's obviously very good. It's also got access to Cotton Guard, um, which can make it like very, very hard to take down. Refresh as well. It's got really good coverage. Most of the time, this is going to be my main way of like sweeping or really breaking through teams because not a lot of teams can resist EQ um, and Fairy Stab. Like that combination is really, really good at breaking through teams. And it's also got access to like a very bulky, more stally set with like Roost, Hyper Voice, Flamethrower or Fire Blast, and like Cotton Guard, Defog, any of the moves like Haze, Hail Bell, Refresh. It's got a lot of things that it can do. This Pokemon is great, and I'm really excited to use it. Like I said, it's got access to Ice Beam, but I don't really know if I'll be using that. But yeah, Mega Altaria is awesome, and I'm really happy to use it. I think it's great. I use it on ladder a lot. I used to think it was like a top 5 mega for no reason, but it's obviously really good. And I'm obviously, again, I said it's like 4 times already, but I'm obviously really excited to use it. So I think we have one more Mon. Yeah, one more Mon. So I have 1 point left, and I've used this Pokemon before to great success. I will be bringing it to a lot of games. Like, it's a 1 point Mon. Obviously, I'm not bringing it to a lot of games. It's just a ghost type. I needed a ghost type. I saw it in 1 points, and I decided I'd just pick up Mischievous. I love this Pokemon. I think it's awesome. 85, 85, 85. Like, it's decent stats. It's no, like, Haunter or anything. Like, you can use it offensively. You can use it defensively. Like, if a team doesn't have a lot of good checks to, like, Gleam, Shadow Ball, I can run, like, Nasty Plot. But most of the time, this thing takes a more defensive role with, like, Foul Play, Wisp Hex, or, like, you know, Haunt as well. Um, T-Wave, it's got a lot of things it can do. It's just a utility ghost type. There's a 1 point Mon. Not much to say here. It's just a Mischievous. Like, I feel like I said that with like so many, but but yeah, it's a pretty straightforward team. Like, it's just a really, you look at this team and you think, yeah, that's a Hex team. Um, like my first what 5 Mons I've used a lot. I've used Rotom, not like Rotom Frost a few times. I've used Tangela a few times. I've used Kangaskhan a few times. The only Mon on this team that I've never used is Mega Altaria. I think I don't even remember if I've ever used it in draft. I don't think I have, but I might have. If I did, it was a long time ago. 'Cause I definitely don't remember using it. But like I said, I like this team a lot. I think it's great. I think it has a lot of um, really like big strengths. I think I'll be able to win a lot of games with this team. But Slowbro Dip is really fucking cracked. Like, we have a lot of good players. Um, but I'm hoping that I will be able to pick up a dub, like not a fucking single win. Nah, I'm hoping to get the championship this season. I don't know if I will. There's a lot of good players, like I said, but I think this team is great, and I think I have a good chance of winning a lot of games and hopefully making it to playoffs and snagging a chip. But that's the team. Like I said, I think it's really good. I think it's got a lot of like power, a lot of defensive utility as well. Um, I feel like if I was to have to prep for this team, I would probably just kill myself at this point. But maybe that's just me. If you think my team is shit, let me know. If you think my team is busted, I already know that. But comment because it makes me feel good about myself. But yeah, that's all I really have to say. Team is good. I hate doing draft analyses because I literally never know what to say. And it's just like, oh yeah, I picked this Pokemon. Let me show you what it does. And I just scroll through its moveset for like half a minute, and then I go to the next one, do the same thing for like 20 minutes, and it's just kind of boring. But I really didn't have anything to do for like the next half an hour, so I decided I'd just fucking record this shit and post it. So now you guys know my team. Um, I'll obviously be posting uh, my games. I'm not sure if I'll do them live. I'm not sure if I'll do them post com, but yeah, that's the team. Um, and yeah, I mean, I'm kind of bored, so I'll just like through the slow bro teams as well, so you guys can see everyone else's team. Like, why the fuck not? Um, yeah, we got a really good cast of players. We got some former DPL players in here. We got a lot of familiar faces. Um, and we got some newcomers as well. But this guy still has to make 2 picks. Mega lol. What the fuck? Chill out. Doc's going crazy. Okay. I will just end the recording before I ruin the fucking doc. Okay. Peace out, y'all. I'll see you guys in week 1. I also just played my LCPO week 2 game, so maybe I'll record that shit. I don't fucking know. But yeah, peace out, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys around.